Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. As when I was at my local card shop picking up some stuff, I found some of this. So this is the Final Fantasy trading card game, particularly their second set, Opus 2. My one locals was completely sold out of this set the moment it came in, so I more or less gave up on trying to find any of these, but then my other one happened to have these, so I figured, you know what, why not? I mean, I don't know very much about this game. I've always wanted to play it, but I just never really got around to it, but I ended up grabbing these because, and this is the worst reason possible, it's got Squall on here, and Final Fantasy VIII is my second favorite of the franchise. Fight me. And yeah, so I bought 5 of these packs, that's all they had, and then I went back to my other locals and I picked up a starter deck for Final Fantasy X because they were actually demoing the game there, so I got to listen in on some of the things about it. And when I asked what kind of deck should I pick up, they asked what's my play style. I said I like aggro control, so they said water. As a result, grab Final Fantasy X because it's focused on that. It's like, okay. So I don't know if I'm going to do Final Fantasy TCG on here very frequently. It's something I'm just really picking up and playing like every now and then, but I figured it's something completely different from the norm. And you guys know I love JRPGs, and I would like to think that a lot of you guys are also JRPG buffs, so Final Fantasy is obviously a name that you've heard of. And if I decide to pick up and play the game and learn it, then you know what, maybe I'll do a how to play series. So I'm going to open up these packs, and then I'm going to crack open the starter deck. I'm not going to like go over the rulebook or anything because, again, my knowledge, it would take so long to do, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. So let's see what we get in here. So like I said before, Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favorites. My personal favorite, though, is 6, and I did see cards for Terra. And did I pull a foil? I think I did. So anyway, we got an Imperial Phantom Horn. So what I do know about this game is that it's got the colors like Magic and Force of Will. These are your mana costs. So in order to put this guy into play, you'd have to tap 2 in-play water manas. But what this game does a little bit differently is that you can also discard cards from your hand, and the cards in your hand count as 2 mana. So if you were to put a 3 mana guy into play, you could tap your 1 mana in play and discard a card from your hand, treating it as 2 other mana to put this guy down. So that's really neat. So it kind of takes a little bit of, like, I was like, oh, that's kind of like striding. And you take damage the same way too. Like, you take a hit, you top deck the card, you put the top card of your deck into your damage zone like Vanguard, except you die at 7 damage. And you even have a couple of cards that trigger. So there are also different kinds of cards. Like, this is a forward, I believe. These are like your actual attackers, whereas these guys are your supporting guards. Like, they are the ones you tap to get mana. I say mana, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, that's a thing, and they have power, and much like I think Magic and Force, you can't attack the turn you put a guy down, you rest it to attack. If a thing bigger than this guy attacks it, it dies. If 2 things of equal attack battle, then they'll simultaneously die unless you have first strike or something like that. Like, it's gonna take a bit for me to understand this, but I think I can get it. So we got an Imperial Phantom Horn. He is a Moogle class. A Black Mage, another Black Mage, but this one's 3 and it's water, a Warrior of Antiquity, a Sage, a Semblance of a Lion. Hey, it's a Squall card. Balthier! Ooh, nice! Oh, that's sweet because Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age is coming up really soon. So what does he do? So he's a Wind 4 forward Sky Pirate. Whenever one of your backups enter the field, activate Balthier. Okay. I have no idea what that symbol means. So is that saying rest it? Choose 1 forward, deal it 2,000 damage. Okay. Fires of War S. I know what this means. This S means you have to discard a copy of itself. So it's a Persona Blast. So Persona Blast, 1 green mana. Balthier cannot be chosen by a summon or an ability this turn and gains first strike until the end of the turn. So first strike is that ability where if 2 units attack, Balthier will get priority, and he can kill whatever he's bigger than first. So in the case that Balthier attacks another 8,000 guy, he'll automatically kill it. Jill Nabat. Where is she from? Oh, 13. I've barely played 13. Palom. Adremalek, the Roth, and Edea. Sweet. So, first Final Fantasy VIII card, although it's a dark. But I pulled a water, which is good, because this is the deck I'm probably going to be aiming towards. A water black mage. What color is that? Dark blue? Oh, no, it's a different water kind. Yeah. Okay, these are ice, and that's water. Oh, so there's ice and water. Damn, now I'm in a bit of quandaries, because I like both attributes. Maybe I'll just focus on those two. So we have blue and dark blue. Hey, kind of like rituals and lake monsters. So we got Kuros. Oh, there's a foil in every pack? I guess so. And Ninja, Ifrit. Oh, Final Fantasy VIII art. Fleeting Flesh. It's Final Fantasy 13, so we're just gonna quickly ignore it. Semblance of a Witch, Ultimecia. A Ninja. A Semblance of a Lion. A Hurdy. So I wonder if you get these in every single pack, or if I'm just lucky. Backup, dull. Dull means resting. Dull all the forwards of the cost equal to the number of job Moogle you control. Okay, so yeah, it's resting things, kind of like Mega Colony. So I guess if you have like 3 of these guys in play, you can pay 2 ice and something else to tap all of your opponent's monsters. Fran. Melius the Corrupt, EX Burst. So this is the thing that triggers when these guys get damage checked, so they're more or less triggers. Your opponent puts 1 attacking forward into the break zone. The hell is a break zone? I wonder if that means damage. Fusoya, Rydia. So we'll also keep these separate. So actually I'll put these over here, and I'll just put all the ice in there, I guess. So I guess I'm building an ice deck. Like I've been told that Squall Laguna is a really good deck, or at least a really good deck. Like I don't know how like obscenely good it is, but I hear it's solid. And I saw like a couple of the Squall cards and the Laguna card, and they do have good synergy. Like they're both 4 mana, 9k beat sticks if they have one of the others on the board. So we have a Nono, a Warrior, a Knight, a Chocobo, a Capricious Thief, a Sorbet, a Summoner, a Mon. What do you do? So, when a Mon enters the field, choose 1 forward of your opponent and dull it for 4 darkness. And some other cost, choose 1 forward and dull it. I don't even know what that cost means. Edge, Logos, Drace, and Yuna, the Songstress. So when Unit attacks, all characters other than light and dark opponent controls lose all their abilities on a turn. Oh. And spell change, Persona Blast. Name 1 element and job. Unit becomes that named element and job until end of turn. Wow. That's silly. I don't know if that's great or not, but that seems pretty cool in concept. Screw that guy. Zell, Leviathan, Monk, Ranger, Summoner, Semblance of a Light, a foil Melius the Corrupt. Okay, so I guess this is a reverse foil. Yeah, because I've got a Melius over here. So, okay, so at the bottom, let's see if I can get the focus on this. Come on. Okay, yes, that's a rare. So, common. Okay, so I don't think I've actually pulled any really sought after cards. Laguna, Riku, Borum, X-Death, Into the Void. Laguna, here we go. So when Laguna attacks, choose 1 dull forward your opponent controls and freeze it. Okay, so this isn't the other Laguna. There's like 2 Lagunas in this set. Or is it this set? Or is it the other Laguna I'm thinking of in a different set? But anyway, yeah, there's 2 different kinds of Lagunas. And the other one is if there's a Squall card in play, he becomes a 9,000. And if you damage check him, something happens. So we get a Yang, Redas, a Bard, a Monk, Fleeting Flash, Ranger, Sid, Shemsai the Whisperer. Each forward can only be blocked by a forward with a cost inferior equal to its own. Riku, EX Burst. When Riku enters the field, activate all the forwards you control. Saz, Chuchulain the Impure, and Luneth. So that was the thing. So, for my, I guess... Oh, hello. This thing says L at the bottom. Come on, focus, focus. Almost there. There we go. So this is an L, so I'm assuming this is a higher rarity. We have a reverse foil rare, rare, common, and L. Okay, so the Balthier, and Amon are both actually rare, really rare cards, I guess. And these are just reverse foils. Okay, so not bad. The pity that this game is expensive though. Like, the packs are not cheap, and my one store is selling full-on boxes for $200. It's actually kind of ridiculous. So that's another reason why I'm not incredibly going, like, why I'm not gonna like super dive into it. I'll probably just get singles or something. But I don't know if I'm gonna build ice or water, one of the two. So let's take a look at this and see what we get. Oh yeah, okay, so this is water, whereas I was thinking of ice. So there must be an ice starter deck somewhere. I wonder if you're able to mix colors. Alright, so this is, I'm assuming, the... Yeah, this is the rulebook. We'll save that for another time. Let's see what this playmat looks like. Oh, sweet. It tells you, like, all the like, the mechanics on the mat. I can already tell that. So it's much like how Vanguard did its mats, and how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing some of its mats. So, let's take a look at this thing. So we have our field. Turn structure, we have active phase, draw 2 cards, only one card play for the first player of the first turn. You get 2 draws. Main phase 1, you can play characters onto the field, cast summons or use abilities. Attack phase, attack opponents with your forwards, you can use abilities and summons. Main phase 2, you do the same things as main phase 1. End phase, damage dealt to the forwards present on the field is cleared. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, discard until you have only 5 left. Okay, so you draw 2 cards, but you can only hold 5. Let's see, damage. When you receive damage to the top card of your deck face up here, if you lose when the 7th card is placed in this zone, 7 points of damage. Let's see. Break zone. Put broken cards and the discarded cards here. Deck. Your deck goes here. Your deck must contain exactly 50 cards. Okay, so this is 50 cards, and as you may notice, they're final, and they are magic sized. Let's see. Final Fantasy 7 deck. Final Fantasy. Oh, so okay, so you can mix colors. So Final Fantasy 10 is wind and water. Final Fantasy 13 is ice and dark? So if I want to play an ice deck, I unfortunately have to pick up Final Fantasy 13 cards. RIP. As you can tell, I'm kind of not fond of that game. Then again, I'm probably not alone. But anyway, let's take a look at this thing. So, is this thing easy to open? Oh god. It's like the old other stuff. I really wish more card games could do like what Vanguard does, where it has like the slide off thing. Alright, so our cover card is Tidus. Is an S. So you get 2 Tidus. Wow, these are sticking together. No, you get 3 Tidus. Wow, these are sticking together. Shuyin, 3 Tidus, 3 Shuyin. So 6 and 4. Yuna, you get... Wow, these are sticking together really badly. 1, 2, 3 Yuna. Len. 3 Len. Waka. And his impressive hairdo. You get these. Let's see. You get an Evoker. 2 of them. You get 1, 2 Knights. 1, 2 Vikings. 1, 2 Geomancers. Summons. Okay, so you get Leviathan. 2 of them. You get Brothers. Times 3, I think. Yep. You get Veil 4. I'm a bit disappointed in the artwork so far, as it seems to be they're just using screen caps of the games, plus just their generic artwork, or some of the, like, stock images. Like, we've seen this picture of this guy. Like, this is of course the cover of Final Fantasy X, so no new artwork, I think. Anyway, so we get 3 Veil 4s, 3 Pain, 2 Barley. Oh god, Final Fantasy X-2 memories. Great battle system, but not particularly fond of the rest of the game. 3 Rikus. Is that the same one that I got from my polls? We'll take a look in a second. 2 Evokers. 2 Sylphs. 3 Devouts. I wonder what this thing in the corner means. Oh, is that meaning as a supporter unit? 1 Ninja. 2 Archers. So that's the contents of the deck. So I guess since Tidus is your starter deck card, we'll quickly take a look over what he does. Oh lord, these clump together really badly. This is definitely not the type of game where you're going to want to play with your stuff unsleeved. Alright, so let's see what Tidus does, since he's got like the best artwork of them all right now. So 6 water. So you can tap either 1 mana, or you could either tap... Yeah, because the other thing about the mana thing is you have a limit of 5 mana in play. So yeah, you have to discard as well as tap 5, or you could tap 2. No, wait. You could tap 3 and then discard 2. Yeah, because by discarding 2, you'd be discarding 4 mana. Yeah, so you can overpay the cost, by the way, just like how you can overpay a striking. So forward, his job class is Guardian. The cost required to play Tidus on the field is reduced by 1 for each category X forward you control. Oh, I guess for every Final Fantasy X. If you control a card named Yuna, Tidus gains Brave. I don't know what that means. When the forward card named Yuna is put into your field to the break zone, draw 2 cards. Okay, so he's meant to synergize with Yuna here, so let's quickly grab her because they have synergy. Let's see. So Yuna is 2. When you cast a summon, you may dull Yuna if she is active. If you do, draw a card. This effect only triggers once per turn. So then we'll have to take a look at Veil 4. Or Leviathan, actually. Leviathan's water. Alright, so he is 3 EX Burst. Choose 1 forward, return it to the owner's hand. What about Veil 4? Alright, so 2 Wind, Summon, EX Burst, deal 3,000 damage to all forwards opponent controls. If you control a card named Yuna, activate all the backups you control. Should be all these guys. Are you seeing, like... No, wait, that's a forward. Where's a backup? There we are. So are you saying if I have all these at rest, and I play Veil 4, if I have Yuna in play, would that mean I stand all my backups that are currently at rest? Is that what I'm thinking? Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up, but first things first, I just want to quickly see if the Riku that I pulled earlier is in fact from the starter deck. Alright, so that's... Oh yeah, and since I pulled a Yuna from this, it actually has synergy with Tidus. Look at that! Alright, so where is that Riku? Okay, so they are different cards. This one's 2, this one's 4. If you control a card named Yuna, Riku gains 2,000 power, and Rinu cannot be chosen by summons. I think summons are more or less magic cards. Like, instants, I guess, is what you would say? Yes. Anyway, so if you control Yuna, this Riku gains 2,000 power. If you control a Pain, she gains 2,000 power and cannot be chosen by abilities. So if you have YRP in play, then this card becomes 10,000 as a 4. That's reasonable. And this one, when she enters the field, activate all the forwards you control. So I guess she just she restands all of your things, is what I'm guessing here. But I don't know enough about this game, obviously, to understand what's going on. And so it looks like you can take this starter deck in one of two directions. You can either focus it on the 3 girls, or you can focus it on Tidus and Yuna. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a very interesting experience. So this game looks fun, and I'll definitely give it a shot. When I understand enough about it, I will do a how-to, but first I need to actually sit down and play it. Thankfully, one of the Vanguard players that comes to my locals also plays this, so I'm sure if I asked him to just teach me how to play a little bit of this, something could be done. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and comment down below if you're also playing this game, or what are your thoughts on it. How correct was I in some of my guesses on some of these things? Or am I just talking completely out of my ass? Who knows? That being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, this is Booster89, jacking out.